if you double the Earth's population, you've now doubled the amount of emissions from them. So population growth and consumption of those individuals is an issue, but I don't think we're ever going to be able to stop that. The only good thing with population growth is that people are now realising that you don't have to have kids to have a fulfilled life, and the number of people who are choosing not to have a family is increasing.
I don't know if that's necessarily a solution to the problem, though, because
it's part of it, though. I think
I understand. I
Less
understand.
people,
Like, I know
less
for a fact
carbon
China
emissions.
implemented a one-child policy for a reason. They had realized that they had too many people in their country, and for whatever reason it was, whether it was a strain on the country as a whole or there was just too much energy consumption. Now we've got an incredibly fast-growing population, and that's, as you said, incredible consumption of demand for more resources.
I mean, I think correlation, and maybe this is just conspiracy thing, but I think correlation between this whole idea of feminism and this whole like gay rights thing is contributing to this whole like the not wanting to have kids and overpopulation, and how can we subtly prevent people from having kids. Also, I always thought that cigarettes was a form of population control. Because, think about it. How can you voluntarily get people to kill themselves without, being classified as murder?
But
why do we feed people sugary crap that will kill you, bruv? But we're feeding it to willingly because you want to. You get me? Yeah. Why do you think they put it on there? Because they don't want to be. They want to depopulate the planet, but they don't want to be the murderer.
I thought I just wanted better workers because nicotine makes you addicted and sugar makes you addicted too. So it's like, let's just get better, more fast, efficient workers, which is good for factories. I mean,
just going back to the population growth.
Of course, of course.
The thing that gives me hope is that they've done studies in countries, and you look at these countries and it actually works. What you have to do first is educate the women, teach them about contraception, and so if they learn, then you fix up the health situation so that if you have one or two kids, you'll know that two kids will grow up and those two kids will look after you in your old age. Before you had to have 10 kids so that two survived to middle age and support you.
Like the reason I gave earlier. Yeah.
So if you can trust, if you educate the women and you fix up the health system, they will drop down to only having two kids and the population won't grow. It happened in Europe first. It happened in China. It's happened in Australia, America. The one place that it hasn't happened yet is Africa, because over there they don't have sufficient contraception, they don't have sufficient education, and they don't have sufficient health services.
When you say contraception, do you mean like the pill and like
if you provide contraception to the women, they'll stop getting pregnant. Because they don't want to. Generally they don't want to get pregnant. They might want to have one or two kids. They don't want to have 10 kids. They never wanted to. They only did it so that there was always there was enough that would survive.
The population